In this episode, I talk about disrupting and changing our behavior and the benefits it's going to give you.
This is how legends are made.
In today's episode, I wanted to kind of bring to your attention a conversation I had recently. There was a larger conversation, but in it there was something that I find is very important to share, and it was about disruption and actually the usefulness of it and why it's so important. So we all have our patterns, we have our behaviors, and they are routine and they are needed. As human beings, we need a degree of structure in some form. We need to have things in place we can attach our ideas to, our beliefs, our feelings, and whatever it may be. But a structure, a bit of architecture is critical to our operating system, if you like. And that's important. Within that, we can fall into patterns and routines. We can atrophy through just repeating the same way of behaving, the same patterns, or the same routine. Now, this could be just yourself, your certain things that you do. This could be interactions, this could be family environments, or certain routines you will share, or chores, or whatever it may be. We can atrophy in our behavior. And I encourage anyone to look at the situation they're in, notice that it's not fixed, it can change, and look to find places where you can disrupt. Now, what do I mean by disruption? This simply could be taking a different route home. This could be taking a different train, seeing different things, maybe not sitting on your usual seat on the train or on the bus, or it's a pattern where it's coming home and you're doing something else. Maybe you're, rather than going home first, you go to the gym instead. If you come home and you don't usually prepare a meal, then maybe you do it this time. Maybe change whatever you can find in your life that's easy to change. Why is this important? Well, I mentioned the atrophy in the behavior. When we stay in our routines, we stagnate. There is no evolution. There is no real change. It's kind of consistent patterns of behavior, repeating. To find areas where we can grow and connect with ourselves more, learn about ourselves more, be more creative in our behaviors and our thinking, we find ways to disrupt. There is a story, and I don't remember all the details, but it goes along the lines of, in the 70s or 80s, IBM paid people to go in to their teams and just fuck shit up, disrupt, change patterns and behaviors. And the reason being is that, as I believe I understood it correctly, is that they went in there to disrupt, to change things, to get people to kind of reevaluate if that process they were using was worthwhile, if there was a better way of doing it. We can get such into a routine that we forget to look at creative solutions or some obvious things. I mean, I'm sure there's things in your life that you are now doing that you didn't do before, but all it took was thinking, wait a minute, why aren't we doing it this way? Why is that happening in that sequence? Why should it happen in this other way here? In fact, that'd be just so more efficient. Why didn't we think about it sooner? I kind of feel that's a sentence we will express at some point in our lives. So try this out. Have a notice of what you're doing that you could change, just gently, and consider how that makes you feel. Consider how you may get a different perspective on something, how you may see things in a different way. These little nuances are important. The extreme version is actually, and I'll share it just so you have it there, the extreme version of this is go and do something you've never done before, that even maybe it scares you slightly. But that's less important than actually going and doing something brand new. You may have experienced that sensation of trying something new for the first time and coming away feeling enriched and enlightened, and not just enlightened with what you were studying or what you were doing, but with yourself, in who you were, how you interacted with new people, what you learned, and your engagement. You can come away feeling on a bit of a high. So the richer end of that, the deeper end maybe, consider finding something that you have no association with at all and trying it, maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks, and see how you then see other things in your world. Maybe the new experience will open up other thoughts of trains of thoughts or thinking that you may reevaluate other parts of your life, or other routines that you're doing, or see things in a different way at work, or different relationships in a different way. Find ways to fuck shit up a little bit, disrupt it. As I say, in a mild form, maybe it's a different walk home from work, or alternatively, it's finding a subject, a thing, an activity to do that you've never done before, that you have no association with, and learn it. Their areas are for growth, for evolution, and I encourage you to find those in parts of your life. For me today, what I will do is I am going to simply take a different route back from picking up my son from school. Very simple, very subtle, but it's important for me to continue to practice what I do try and share with you guys, and make you aware this is not just, the idea that I'm thinking is nice and fun for you, but actually things I do practice myself, or have practiced in the past, and I found them hugely beneficial. So disrupt shit. Find areas you can make changes. Find out what kind of person you are on the other side of it. And as always, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. That'd be fantastic. Tap the like button. And if you really don't want to miss a video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And other than that, I'll catch you next time.
This is how legends are made.